दूसरे प्रोसीजर निकाल देना. Yes. Can anybody tell me how to solve this problem? Limits extending to 2, 10 minus x power 1 by 3 minus 2 by 2. If I put x to be 2, 10 minus x, that is 8, 8 power 1 by 3 is 2, 2 minus 2, that is 0. Numerator is 0, denominator is also 0, it is 0 by 0 form. Okay, can anybody tell me how to solve this? Please reply. हाँ बताइए. गोपी. What can we do? Okay. Anyway, just wait a minute. We have many methods to solve this kind of problem. Just a minute. Okay. I will tell you all of them one by one. Just a minute. Okay. I'm having limits extending to 2. I'm just writing the question. This is the method 1. Many methods are there that we can apply here. X minus 2. We have 10 minus x whole power 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by x minus 2. Okay. When we have a square root term, we can rationalize very easily. But when we have a cube root term or fourth root term, then also we can rationalize how that I'm telling you. Okay, just a minute. We have a formula a cube minus b cube. A cube minus b cube. We have a formula that is a minus b. After that, a square plus b square plus ab. This is the formula that we know. This is the formula. Okay. Now, what I'm saying, take this term, the first term that is a, and this term b. It is a minus b. I'm going to multiply and divide with a square plus b square plus ab. Okay. I will multiply, so I will divide also. I'm multiplying and dividing with a square, that is 10 minus x power 2 by 3 plus b square, that is 2 square or 4 we can write, plus ab, that is product of both this term 2 times 10 minus x power 1 by 3. I can write this way. And I will divide with the same term 10 minus x power 2 by 3 plus 2 square plus 2 times 10 minus x power 1 by 3. No need to worry. Whatever the term that I have used for multiplication and division, it is not 0. It is not 0 by 0. And this will be my answer. What happens? This term and this term, okay, both together. That is a minus b, a square plus b square ab. That gives me a cube minus b cube. So I can write that is limits extending to 2. A cube, that is 10 minus x, minus b cube, that is 2 cube, that is 8, divided by x minus 2. And the second term that we have in the denominator is left. That will be my answer later on. 10 minus x power 2 by 3, 2 square is 4. I'm just writing 4 plus 2 times 10 minus x power 1 by 3. I have written this. Now what happens? That I'm getting limits extending to 2. 10 minus x, that becomes 2 minus x. In the denominator, I have x minus 2. Both this term were making problem. They were 0 by 0 form. They got cancelled. Now I can cancel them and I will get the answer. Now I'm completing the question. That is 10 minus x power 2 by 3 plus 4 plus 2 times 10 minus x power 1 by 3. Okay. In the numerator, I have 2 minus and denominator x minus 2. So I can cancel them and it will become minus 1. 0 by 0 form got eliminated. So I can put x to be 2. So minus 1 divided by. If I put x to be 2, 10 minus 2, that is 8, 8 power 2 by 3. That is 4. We have 4 again. After that 2, if I put x to be 2, 10 minus 2, that is 8, 8 power 1 by 3 is 2. Basically 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12. Minus 1 by 12 is my answer. Yes. Is it clear to everybody? Please reply.
Yes, sir.
Suchita, Gopi, Gauri. Okay. So this is the method that we have done. But I have many more methods. Okay, just wait. In the limits, this chapter, the binomial expansion is very useful. There are many sequence series. They are very helpful in the limits question. I'm going to tell you all these formulas, all these expansion. Get this remembered. They are very useful. So I can do the same problem with the help of the binomial also. I will tell you. बहुत फायदा होता है जितना बाइनोमियल में नहीं पढ़ा होगा उससे ज्यादा लिमिट्स में जरूरत पड़ जाती है समटाइम्स दे आर क्वेश्चन व्हिच कैन नॉट बी सॉल्व्ड बाय एनी अदर मेथड एक्सेप्ट बाइनोमियल देयर आर मेनी क्वेश्चंस वेयर वी कैन नॉट अप्लाई एनी फॉर्मूला एनी मेथड ओनली binomial we can apply or the sequences in this expansions logarithmic expansion and all those expansion. I'm telling you this expansion, there is an important expansion and we should remember it. Many problems will be there. Without this expansion, we cannot solve. Many problems will be there in the mains as well as in advanced also. Anyway, first one I'm writing, that is the binomial expansion. That is very easy. We have a formula that is 1 plus x whole power n. In the binomial expansion, we have formula nc naught plus nc1x plus nc2x square plus nc3x cubed. It goes up to ncn x to the power n. Okay. But when n is a negative integer or fraction or any real number, it's not an integer. Then we have another formula that is binomial expansion for any index. I hope you know it. We have the formula that is 1 plus nx. After that, we have n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial x square. After that, I have n minus 1 n minus 2. Just a minute. n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial x cube and so on. It will go up to infinity. I hope you know it. Please reply. Do you know it? Jaldi boliye.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But there is a problem in this formula. The problem is that we need 1 here. The first term should be 1. It cannot be 2 or any other number. So the first term has to be 1. It is must. After that, the value of x has to be between minus 1 to 1. Magnitude of x should be smaller than 1. Okay. But most of the time, in fact, 99% of the time, the value of x is always lies between minus 1 to 1. But what happens? The first term 1 is missing. 1 is not there. So I can take common. I can do some kind of manipulation to make the first term 1. That we do. Depending on the question, sometimes we can add or subtract 1. Sometimes we can take something common. I will get 1. Suppose we have 2 plus x to power n. I will take 2 common. So I will get 2 power n outside. After that, 1 plus x by 2 power n. So both the methods are there. One will work. Okay. But anyway, this is the expansion for the binomial. Similarly, we have the expansion for logarithmic series and exponential series. I'm just writing the expansion for e to power x. That is 1 plus x divided by 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cubed divided by 3 factorial and so on. It will go up to infinity. In place of the x, suppose we have minus x. I'm writing it is obvious also. In place of the x, suppose we have minus x, then I will write e to the power minus x. That is minus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial minus x cube upon 3 factorial. It will go up to infinity. And we have formula for logarithmic series, that is log 1 plus x. And the base is e, exponent. Then we have a formula x minus x square by 2. We don't have any factorial here. This is the single formula where we don't have x factorial. X minus x square by 2 plus x cube divided by 3 plus minus. Alternate plus minus. Minus of x to the power 4 by 4. Will go up to infinite. In place of the x, suppose we have minus x, then also we can write log of 1 minus x. In place of the x, I will replace minus x. So the first term become negative minus x. The second term is negative. Third term is also negative. all the term will be negative, no need to worry. X power 4 by 4 up to infinite. This is the formula. But in this formula also, magnitude of x has to be between 0 to 1. Okay. So minus 1 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. In fact, we should not include minus 1 and 1, but sometimes we can do. To be on the safe side, exclude minus 1 and 1. ओके, आगे बढ़ूं, जल्दी बताइए। गोपी, सुचिता, गौरी। ओके, आई होप यू नो दिस। हाँ, ये मालूम है ना? ओके, now I'm going to tell you a formula that is very important as far as limits chapter is concerned. We have the expansion for the sin x and cos x also. Okay, that I'm telling you. Expansion of the sin x. We have a formula that is x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus of alternate plus minus and all the odd powers. X power 5 divided by factorial 5 minus of x power 7 divided by factorial 7. This is very important formula for the limits chapter up to infinity. And we have the formula for the cos x also, expansion for the cos x. We will have all the even powers, alternate plus minus. The first term will be 1. After that, I will get minus of x square divided by 2 factorial plus of x power 4 divided by 4 factorial, alternate plus minus. After that, x power 6 divided by 6 factorial, and so on. It will go up to infinity. Okay, these are the expansion that we are going to use. Okay, and one thing more, sin x is a odd function. We know, we can check. Sin 0 is 0. Sin 0 is 0. If you put x to be 0, left side becomes 0 and the right side also 0. So it is satisfying. Similarly, cos 0 is also 0. If you put x to be 0, on the left side you will get cos 0. On the right side you are getting 1. So cos 0 is 1. It is satisfying. After that, sine of minus x, if you calculate, sine of, it is an odd function. I will have the odd powers only. Sine of minus x and minus sine x. You can check. If you put x to be minus x, sine of minus x will be, this will become minus, this will become plus, this minus, this become, the sign will get changed. Sine of minus x and minus sine x. If you replace x with the minus x, cos of minus x, okay, you are not going to get any difference, any change. Cos of minus x is same as the cos x. In place of the x, you write minus x, nothing is changing. Cos x and cos minus x both are same. This is a even function. Is it clear? जल्दी बोलिए. ठीक है. All of you, please, note down these formulas or get them remembered. I'm giving you one time. All of you, please note it down. इसको नोट कर लीजिए, बहुत जरूरी है. इसके बगैर लिमिट्स का चैप्टर नहीं हो पाएगा. ठीक है, जल्दी नोट करिए एंड लेट मी नो व्हेन यू आर नोटेड इट डाउन. और दिमाग में बैठ जाए, उसका भूलिएगा नहीं. प्लीज हरी अप. ओके, लेट्स मूव. I am coming to the question, and I will solve them with the help of binomial. The question is limits extending to 10 minus 1 by 3 minus 2 upon x minus 2. The second method I'm going to tell you. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Second method, I'm telling you, second method. It is very helpful, very good method, and we need to do this. Huh? We have the question limits extending to 2. Extending to 2. We have the question 10 minus x power 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by x minus 2. Okay. We have the formula. We have the formula for the binomial expansion. We have the formula 1 minus x power n is 1 by 3. We can apply the formula. But we need 1 here. In place of the 10, I need 1 here. So I have two methods. I can take 10 common. Just simple. I'm showing, I will rub it out. I can take 2 common, 10 common. In the numerator term I'm writing, I will get 1 minus x by 10 whole power 1 by 3. Minus 2 divided by x minus 2. I can write this way. There is nothing wrong. But if I use the binomial expansion, it's going to be a difficult one. I will get 1 minus x upon 10 into 1 by 3. After that, 1 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1 upon x by 10, and so on. And nothing will get cancelled. So this is not going to work. However, whatever we have written is correct. So I cannot get a result for that reason. I'm not doing this. What I'm saying, I will replace x is tending to 2. I can calculate the right hand limits. Basically, I'm calculating right hand limits. You can calculate the left hand limits also. Both will work. Both will give the same answer. Okay, let. I'm saying x is equal to 2 plus h. I am calculating right hand limit. Basically, x is a little more than 2. H is positive. You can take x to be 2 minus h. That will give you left hand limits. So whether you calculate right hand limit or you calculate left hand limit, both will come same when it is question on the limits. Okay, you rationalize, you factorize, you use the formula, you calculate right hand limit, you calculate left hand limit. Whatever you do, always you will get right hand limits and left hand limits to be equal when it is question on the limits. But when it is continuity problem, the left hand and right hand limits may be different. Then maybe it may be different, and then I will say limits does not exist. But as far as the question is based on the limits and limits exist, then right hand, left hand or any other method will give you the same answer. क्लियर है बात? समझ फॉलो कर लिया ना? ये क्वेश्चन जो है हमारे पास लिमिट्स का है, ठीक है ना? ये नहीं है कंटिन्यूटी का क्वेश्चन नहीं है. सो नो नीड टू वरी. आप चाहो तो राइट हैंड लिमिट निकाल लो, आप चाहो तो लेफ्ट हैंड निकाल लो, कोई सा भी मेथड ले लो, ऑलवेज यू विल गेट द सेम आंसर. ओके, जस्ट वेट. Limits extending to 2, when x is tending to 2, that will give me h is tending to 0. So what I'm writing here, limits, I'm converting the term of x in terms of h. I will get limits h tending to 0, 10 minus x. X is nothing, that is 2 plus h. I'm showing you whole power 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by x is 2 plus h minus 2. What happens? This 2 gets cancelled. So I am getting limits h tending to 0, 10 minus 2, that becomes 8 minus h whole power 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by h. In the denominator, I got a single term h. That is very simple term. It will get cancelled later on. Now I can apply the binomial, but still we cannot use. Why? I have 8 here. Okay, I need 1. So I will take 8 common. 8 power 1 by 3 will become 2. So I'm writing it to be limits h tending to 0. I have taken 8 common. 8 power 1 by 3 has become 2. And in the bracket, I will get h by 8 whole power 1 by 3 minus 2, everything divided by h. Now, I will take 2 common from the numerator, whole numerator. Limits h tending to 0. I am taking h common, 2 common. I am left with what? Minus h by 8 whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by h. Okay. And what I'm saying in the limits chapter, you will find in many question there is a term -1 here. In most of the question, many questions we have a term -1. It plays a very important role. It will get cancelled. And it is must to have this term. Okay, and it will come. ये अपने आप आएगी, यही जाएगा क्वेश्चन कि अपने आप आएगी, वो कैंसिल हो जाएगी, उसके लिए परेशान नहीं होना है, and unless we don't have this term we cannot proceed. So I am writing limits h tending to 2, limits h tending to 0. Just wait a minute, नेट का भी थोड़ा सा इश्यू चल रहा है, थोड़ा सा लैग कर रहा है. H tending to 0, 2 is outside. I am using binomial expansion. 1 plus nx. 1 plus n is 1 by 3. And in place of x, I have minus h by 8. After that, I am having n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into x square, that is h square by 64. Okay, अभी शो कर दे रहा हूँ, पहला क्वेश्चन है, आगे से नहीं लिखूंगा. After that, I will get n minus 1. So basically, I will get minus sign, but anyway, I am writing 1 n minus 1, n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial. After that, x cube, that gives me minus of the h cube divided by 8 cube, and so on. It will go up to infinity. And after that, we have a minus 1. Okay, this is very important term. It will get cancelled. Minus 1 is also there. Don't forget to write this. In the denominator, I have h. Now, what happens? This one and this minus 1 gets cancelled. I'm showing the steps. पहली बार है इसलिए लिख के बता रहा हूँ. ये अच्छी चीज नहीं होती, नहीं बताना चाहिए, डायरेक्ट लिखना चाहिए. Limits h tending to 0. I have 2 here. अब ध्यान से देखिएगा. We have h here, we have h square here, we have h cube here. I will take h common and it will get cancelled. Denominator में h है, so it will get cancelled with that. If I take h common, I am left with the minus 1 by 24. After that, h square was there. I have taken h common. 1h is left. So 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into h divided by 64 would be there. In the next one, I will have h square term. Okay, so minus sign, minus h cube has become minus sign. 1 by 3 minus 1, 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, and after that h square divided by 8 cube, and so on up to infinity. Okay, divided by h. What happens? That this h and this h gets cancelled. Okay, now in the numerator, I have the first term, which is minus 1 by 24. The second term has h, the next term has h square, next term will have h cube, and so on. All the term will have h. When h is tending to 0, the second term becomes 0, third term becomes 0, fourth term will become 0, all the term will become 0. So I can get the answer, that is 2 multiplied by minus 1 by 24. My answer is minus 1 by 12. That is my answer. Clear? बात follow कर लिया? कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है? हाँ, प्लीज रिप्लाई.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, जब ध्यान रखिएगा, बता दे रहा हूँ, बाइनोमियल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बाइनोमियल है, जो भी एक्सपेंशन बताएं, लिमिट्स के क्वेश्चन जो मेंस के अच्छे क्वेश्चन है या एडवांस के क्वेश्चन बगैर एक्सपेंशन के नहीं होंगे. ठीक है, ठीक है, कभी नहीं हो पाएंगे, ये ध्यान रखिएगा. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, एनीवे, नाउ I have told you the methods that we can do, but whatever we have done is good for the knowledge. Is good for the knowledge. Knowledge point of view, it's very good, whatever I have told you. But many times we have one more method that is called L-Hospital rule. That is a short and easy. It works in 90% of the problem, but in 10% of problems, it will not work. तो जेई में ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे कि एल हॉस्पिटल से नहीं हो पाएगा कभी कभी, और कभी कभी हो भी जाता है ना. तो जस्ट ए मिनट, आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू मेथड दैट इज कॉल्ड एल हॉस्पिटल. डू यू नो इट? मालूम है कि नहीं मालूम है? जल्दी बताइए. हैं? अपने माइक ऑन क्या करिए, जल्दी बता दिए कि डू यू नो अबाउट द एल हॉस्पिटल और नॉट? ओके ओके, गौरी. हाँ, ओके. बट एनीवे, आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू एल हॉस्पिटल रूल. एल हॉस्पिटल रूल. Okay, we have any function. It is polynomial, logarithmic, exponential, trigonometric, any function, no problem. We have a function limits extending to a. And we have a function in the numerator that is fx. In the denominator, I have gx. Suppose limits extending to a fx upon gx is 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form, then only. Otherwise, we cannot. Okay, otherwise we cannot do. Okay, this is called L'Hospital. Limits extending to a fx upon gx. It is in the 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, then I can say it is same as limits extending to a. Differentiate the numerator. Do d by dx. Don't apply u by v formula. Quotient formula don't apply. Differentiate the numerator, differentiate the denominator. Okay. And when you put x to be a, you are getting f dash a divided by g dash a. So you are getting f dash x and x is tending to a. You can write that is f dash a divided by g dash a. This is the formula. Okay. In case it is again 0 by 0, then differentiate once more. दो बार कर देंगे या 3 बार कर देंगे, 2 बार ज्यादा नहीं करा जाएगा, कभी नहीं होगा, जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. अगर 2 बार से ज्यादा की जरूरत पड़ी तो दैट मींस यू आर फॉलोइंग ए रॉन्ग मेथड. सो देन डिफरेंशिएट अगेन. दोबारा डिफरेंशिएट कर देंगे. ठीक है. और डिफरेंशिएट करके प्रॉब्लम थोड़ी सी बड़ी हो जाती है. Just a minute. I'm telling you and I'm giving you one example. Just a minute. I'm giving you one example. Yesterday, कल भी हम लोगों ने कर रहे पॉलिनोमियल के इन्फिनिटी बाय इन्फिनिटी वाले क्वेश्चन कर रहे थे, उसी का एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं. लिमिट्स एक्सटेंडिंग टू इन्फिनिटी. We had the question 2x square minus 7x plus 15 divided by, I'm just writing 3x square minus 5x plus 9. Okay, if I put x to be infinity, it is infinity by infinity form. Okay, but anyway, so we can apply the L'Hospital. I'm applying with the L'Hospital, so I can write that is limits extending to infinity. I will differentiate the numerator. 2x square will give me 4x minus 7. Divided by 15 is 0. Here I will get 6x minus 5. Now, if I put x to be infinity, I am getting again infinity by infinity form. So we can differentiate once again. Once again, I can differentiate, no problem. So I can write limits extending to infinity. If I differentiate, the numerator 4x will become 4 and 6x will become 6. Basically 4 by 6 or 2 by 3 is my answer. Okay, now? Okay, I can do the problem that I have done here. It was in the form of 0 by 0. I can apply the L'Hospital. That is short and easy. This is short and easy. Okay, and अगर जेई में क्वेश्चन है L'Hospital से हो सकता है, जरूर कर दीजिए. छोटा हो जाता है, L'Hospital से शॉर्ट होता है, बट वी डोंट लर्न एनीथिंग. दिस इज द ड्रॉबैक. ये एक L'Hospital की प्रॉब्लम है कि वी डोंट लर्न द मैनिपुलेशंस, बेसिक फॉर्मूलेज. दिस थिंग वी डोंट लर्न. और जेई में क्वेश्चन आएगा तो ऐसा भी हो जाएगा कि डिफरेंशिएट करते चले जाएंगे, वो 0 by 0 खत्म भी नहीं होगा. ऐसा भी हो सकता है. ठीक है, 50% चांस रहता है. अभी तो इजी क्वेश्चन पूछने लग गए हैं. जब इजी क्वेश्चन होता है तो L'Hospital से हो जाता है, लेकिन पहले जो क्वेश्चन आते थे वो L'Hospital से नहीं होते थे. जेई के पहले नहीं होते थे. So I'm just telling you the third method. Just a minute. Limits extending to 2. I had the question that was 10 minus x for 1 by 3 minus 2 divided by x minus 2. It is in the form of 0 by 0, so I can apply L'Hospital. So I can write limits extending to. L'Hospital बहुत अच्छा होता है, ऐसे भी नहीं कहेंगे अच्छा नहीं होता है. It's very good. It makes the problem short and easy. I will differentiate the numerator. 10 minus x by 1 by 3. If I differentiate n into x to the power n minus 1, that gives me 1 by 3 into 10 minus x to the power 1 by 3 minus 1, that is minus 2 by 3. I will differentiate 10 minus x, that will give me minus 1. d by dx of constant 2 is 0. d by dx of x is 1. Now put x to be 2. 0 by 0 का form खत्म हो गया है. So I am going to write 1 by 3. 10 minus x, that is 8. Power minus of 2 by 3 multiplied by minus 1. Minus 1, so I'm getting minus 1 by 3. 8 power minus 1 by 3 is 1 by 4. 8 power 1 by 3 is 2. 2 power minus 2, that is 1 by 4. My answer is minus 1 by 12. ये आंसर minus 1 by 12 आ गया. Am I right? जल्दी बोलिए. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear to everybody? हाँ?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, वो एल हॉस्पिटल अच्छा होता है, ये नहीं कहेंगे अच्छा नहीं होता है, लेकिन अभी जो रेगुलर क्लासेस होती हैं या आपके पास पूरा 1 ईयर टाइम है, तो उसमें एल हॉस्पिटल से क्वेश्चन ज्यादा मत करिएगा, ज्यादा मत करिएगा, नुकसान कर जाता है। नुकसान ये कर जाएगा कि जेई में जब क्वेश्चन आएगा तो हो सकता है ऐसा हो कि जो एल हॉस्पिटल से हो ही ना पाए, आप डिफरेंशिएट करते रहेंगे, वो 0 बाई 0 खत्म ही नहीं होगा, ठीक है ना? तो वहां पे आप नहीं कर पाओगे, तब हमें जो है मैनिपुलेशन या बाकी मेथड से ये मालूम होनी चाहिए। तो प्रैक्टिस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जो है हमें बाकी मेथड से प्रैक्टिस कर लेनी है, और एग्जाम में अगर एल हॉस्पिटल हो जाता है इमीडिएट कर दीजिए, फौरन कर दीजिए, डोंट गो, डोंट डू एनी काइंड ऑफ मैनिपुलेशन, तब मत करिए। बट एनीवे लेट्स स्टार्ट है, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। चलिए, वी हैव दिस क्वेश्चन है, ऑल ऑफ यू आप लोग करिएगा, हाँ मैं नहीं करूंगा। लिमिट्स एक्सटेंडिंग टू 2, we have x plus 7 square root. I am just writing x plus 7 power half. I am writing this way. After that, minus 3 is there. And I have 2x minus 3 whole power half. Everything divided by x plus 6 power 1 by 3. Minus 2 times, I have 3x minus 5 whole power 1 by 3. We have this question. एक चीज तो होती ही हमेशा रहेगी, लिमिट्स के क्वेश्चन में दे विल बी ऑलवेज इन द अनडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट इज 0 बाई 0 और इन्फिनिटी बाई इन्फिनिटी, ज्यादातर यही होता है। 0 into infinity या बाकी टर्म्स नहीं आती हैं, आती हैं तो उसको हम लोग मैनिपुलेट कर ले जाते हैं, वो कन्वर्ट कर ले जाते हैं, बताएंगे जब क्वेश्चन आएगा। बट एनीवे इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 0 बाई 0। थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखा जाता है, देख लिया जाता है। इफ यू पुट x to be 2, you are getting 2 plus 7 9, 9 power half is 3, here minus 3 and 1, 3 minus 3, that is 0. In the denominator you put x to be 2, 2 plus 6 8, 8 power 1 by 3 2 minus 2. The 0 by 0 form is there, we can apply a hospital, or we can use the binomial. बोथ द मेथड्स आर देयर, दोनों मेथड्स हैं, बाइनोमियल से हो जाएगा और एल हॉस्पिटल से हो जाएगा, बट एल हॉस्पिटल इज गोइंग टू बी लेंथी, सो ओके, सो प्लीज डू इट विद एल हॉस्पिटल है, अप्लाई एल हॉस्पिटल एंड कंप्लीट इट एंड टेल मी द आंसर। ओके, आंसर इज 34/23 है, डोंट कमिट एनी मिस्टेक, कर लीजिए जरा। यस, डन,
Yes, sir.
ओके, ओके, व्हाट अबाउट यू गौरी एंड सुचिता, हैव यू डन? ओके, ओके, एनीवे, हाँ इसे करा दूं या छोड़ दूं? जल्दी बोलिए। हैव यू डन इट? कर लिया तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं, नहीं करा तो बताइए, मैं कर दूं। ओके ओके ओके, आई विल टेल यू। हाँ, बता दे रहा हूँ अभी, 1 मिनट है, जस्ट मिनट, लेट मी इंसर्ट ए स्लाइड। बाइनोमियल एक्सपेंशन से भी करा दूंगा, दोनों से करा दूंगा मैं। बाइनोमियल एक्सपेंशन द मेथड इज गोइंग टू बी लिटिल लेंथी बट इज यूजफुल है, वो जरूरत पड़ेगी, इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल। जरूरत पड़ेगी आगे क्वेश्चंस में, जो एडवांस के क्वेश्चन आएंगे या टफ क्वेश्चन होंगे जेई की, जरूर पड़ेगी। बट देर इज नो हार्म टू डू विद द एक्सपेंशन ऑल्सो। अभी बता रहा हूँ, जस्ट ए मिनट, बट आई विल डू इन शॉर्ट। है, बड़ा सा एक्सपेंशन आ जाएगा तो शॉर्ट में करेंगे, वैसे नहीं करेंगे। ओके, आई एम डूइंग विद द हॉस्पिटल, आई एम writing limits extending to 2. I will differentiate n into x to the power n minus 1, that will give 1 upon 2, 1 upon under root of x plus 7. है, I'm just writing directly. Minus 3 is there. I will differentiate, I will get 1 upon under root of 2x minus 3. And I will differentiate 2x minus 3, that will give me 2. In the denominator, I'm differentiating n into x to the power n minus 1, 1 by 3. And I will get x plus 6 power minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 is there. I will differentiate this. I'm getting 3x minus 5 whole power minus 2 by 3 and multiplied by 3. I have got this. Okay, now let's put x to be 2. If it is in the form of 0 by 0, I will differentiate it again, otherwise I will not. But it is not in the form of 0 by 0. Let's see what we are getting. We are having 1 by 2. If I put x to be 2, 2 plus 7, 9, that gives me 1 by 3. Minus 3 is there, 2 is there, and if I put x to be 2, 4 minus 3, that is 1. In the denominator, I am having 1 by 3. If I put x to be 2, 2 plus 6, 8, that gives me 1 by 4. Minus 2 is there. If I 6 minus 5, that is 1, basically 1, 3. Okay, now I'm taking the LCM. The first term, I'm getting 1 by 6 minus 6. Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
In the denominator, I'm getting 1 by 12 minus 6. Okay, if I take LCM, I'm getting 1 minus 36. 1 minus 36, how much? Minus 35. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not getting the answer. Minus 35 by 6. Something wrong somewhere I have done. And 1 minus 72, that is minus 73. Somewhere mistake. Just check the question. Somewhere there is a mistake. Okay. Extending to 2. Tell me where I am committing mistake. जल्दी बताइए। हाँ, in the difference the denominator. Okay, n into x to the power n minus 1 minus 2 by 3 and minus 2 is there. Okay. Yes. Okay, I forgot. 1 by 3 I forgot. 1 by 3 is also there. N into x to the power n minus 1. Okay, so basically this 3 and this 3 get cancelled. I am getting minus 2. Okay, minus 2. And again I am committing, I have committed a mistake in the numerator also. N into x to the power n minus 1, 1 by 2 was also there. This is 2 also got cancelled. So minus 3 is there. Okay, only this. Now we need to simplify. Okay, so I'm getting 1 by 6. I'm getting the answer now. 1 by 6 minus 18. So 1 by 6 minus 3 divided by 1 by 12 minus 2. So I'm getting 1 minus 18, that is minus 17 divided by 6. In the denominator, 1 minus 24, that is minus 23 divided by 12. If I solve it, minus minus become plus, I am getting 34/23. That is my answer. ठीक है ना? कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं? ओके.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक ना करिए, कैलकुलेशन की मिस्टेक ना करिए. मेरे साथ ही प्रॉब्लम होती है. समटाइम्स व्हेन आई राइट ईच एंड एवरी टाइम आई कमिट अ मिस्टेक. मेरी आदत नहीं है. ठीक है. क्या करा जाए. ठीक है. तो आगे से मैं शॉर्ट में लिखूंगा. जस्ट अ मिनट. लेट मी कॉपी द क्वेश्चन. आई विल डू विद द expansion. It's going to be lengthy, but it's going to help you. फायदा करेगा वो. शॉर्ट में लिखूंगा, शॉर्ट में लिखूंगा. With the binomial expansion, I'm going to do let x is equal to 2 plus h. आदत डाल लीजिएगा, जैसे मैं लिखूंगा वैसे लिखिएगा. बड़े क्वेश्चन नहीं हो पाएंगे. अगर एक स्टेप लिखेंगे तो कभी नहीं हो पाएंगे. We need to do mental work. We need to write in short. So if I take x to be 2 plus h, I'm getting it to be limits h tending to 0. x की जगह 2 plus h रखेंगे तो I will get 2 plus 7 9 plus h whole power half minus 3 times. If I put x to be 2 plus h, तो कितना आ जाएगा? 2 to 4, 4 minus 3, that is 1 plus 2h whole power half. Am I right? जल्दी बोलिए. x की जगह 2 plus h रख दिया है. Okay. Now I am doing the same thing in the denominator. 2 plus h, that gives me 8 plus h power 1 by 3 minus 2 is there. If I put x to be 2 plus h, 6 minus 5, that gives me 1. After that, plus 3h whole power half 1 by 3. I got this. I'm going to use a binomial, but as I told you, I need 1 here. I need 1. 1 is there, no problem. I need 1 here. So I will take 9 common, 9 power half, that will become 3. Here I will take 8 common, 8 power 1 by 3, that becomes 2. I'm showing you. Show करके लिख दे रहा हूँ. So limits as tending to 0, I have got 3. 1 plus h by 9. I have taken 9 common. Power half minus 3 times 1 plus 2h whole power half. I can rationalize also. वो भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बाइनोमियल से ही कर दे रहा हूँ. I will taking 8 common, 8 power 1 by 3, that becomes 2. 1 plus h by 8 whole power 1 by 3 minus 2 is there. 1 plus 3h power 1 by 3. Okay. अब एक काम कर रहा हूँ. In the numerator, I can take 3 common. In the denominator, I will take 2 common. Limits h tending to 0, I have taken 3 common. I am left with the term 1 plus h by 9 whole power 1 by 2 minus 3. I have taken common. 1 plus 2h is left whole power 1 by 2. In the denominator, I have taken 2 common. So I am left 1 plus h by 8 whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 plus 3h. No need to worry. It's very simple term, very easy term. But pay attention what I am going to write now. Okay, I am writing 3 by 2 outside so that nobody gets confused. Okay, so I am writing 3 by 2 limits h tending to 0. I am going to expand the numerator and denominator, all the terms. The first term, if I expand, I am getting 1 plus nx, and that is 1 by 2 into h by 9. After that, n minus 1. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. After that, h square by 9 square, and so on. Just leave it. No need to write all the terms. Minus sign is there. In the numerator, I will get 1 plus nx, 1 by 2 into 2h. After that, n minus 1, I am showing you 1 by 2, 1 by 2 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. After that, 4h square, and so on. It will go up to infinity. Leave it. No need to write. Denominator 1 plus nx. N is 1 by 3, h by 8. After that, 1 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, h square by 64, and so on, up to infinity. Leave it. Minus sign is there. 1 plus nx, that is 3h. After that, n minus 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 3 minus 1 divided by factorial 2. After that, 3 square, that is 9h square, and so on up to infinity. Now pay attention, what I'm saying. In the numerator, when you open the bracket, this one and this one will get cancelled. Okay, I'm writing directly and we should write. यही करना है, ये समझ लीजिएगा, वैसे नहीं करा जाता है. Limits are tending to 0. 1 got cancelled. Now I'm writing something. From the first bracket, I will get h term here. From this one, I will get h here. ठीक है ना? कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है? तो ये 2 भी कैंसिल करके शो कर दे रहा हूँ, ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. In the first one, I will get 1 by 18. I am writing the coefficient of h, that is 1 by 18 minus 1 and h. ठीक है, उसके बाद h स्क्वायर की टर्म लिखेंगे तो 1 by 2 minus 1 upon 2, और ये सब जो भी आएगा, कुछ भी आएगा, there will be coefficient of h स्क्वायर है, h स्क्वायर by कुछ आएगा. उसके बाद हमारे पास कुछ टर्म आएंगे, h क्यूब वाली पेयर कर देंगे. I will get the some coefficient of h cube, जो भी आए, no need to worry. The same thing happens here in the denominator. This one gets cancelled. I am writing the coefficient of h. 1 by 24 term is there, minus 1. I will get the coefficient of h. After that, some coefficient of h into h square, some coefficient of h cube, and so on up to infinity. Now I will take h common. I will take h common from the numerator. So this term will become h square will become h cube will become h square. H common लेकिन ये भी कट जाएगा, h स्क्वायर वाली टर्म h आ जाएगी, h क्यूब वाली h स्क्वायर बन जाएगी. h is tending to 0, so this term contains h, this will become 0, this contains h square, this will become 0, this is 0, this is 0, all of them 0. So we are left with 3 by 2 outside. After that, 1 by 18 minus 1, 1 by 24 minus 1. I'm writing the answer directly now. So I will get 3 by 2. 1 by 18 minus 1 will give me how much? Minus 17 by 18. Am I right? No problem?
Yes, sir.
In the denominator, 1 by 24 minus 1, that will give me minus 23 by 24. 23 by 24. Huh? इसको solve कर देना है. So I can cancel it. 6 into 3, that is 8, that is 4. ठीक है? So if I simplify it, what we are getting? 3 will also get cancelled. I'm just writing 3 by 2. Minus sign, minus 1 has become plus. So basically, I'm having 17. I'm showing you. I have got the answer. 17 would be there. 23 would be there. 4 will go upside and 3 will go downside. So this 3 will get cancelled, and I'm getting 2 into 17, that is 34 divided by 23. That will be my answer. बात फॉलो कर लिया ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, एक चीज बता देता हूँ, कभी भी पूरा एक्सपेंशन नहीं लिखा जाता है, पेयर कर दिया जाता है. ऑलवेज मेक पेयर. एच वाले टर्म्स कलेक्ट कर लीजिए, एच स्क्वायर वाले टर्म कलेक्ट कर लीजिए. इट्स वेरी लेंथी क्वेश्चन. आई हैव नॉट रिटन द कोएफिशिएंट बिकॉज आई नो दे विल बिकम 0. उसको करने की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट लीव इट. कैन आई प्रोसीड नाउ टू द नेक्स्ट वन? जल्दी बोलिए.
Yes, sir.
चलिए ठीक है. हाँ, ध्यान रखिएगा सब चीजें. अब एक चीज है, sin theta by theta. We have the formula sin theta by theta is 1. Am I right? Everybody knows it. I don't think we should bother for that. Am I right? जल्दी बोलिए.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, इसमें एक चीज का ध्यान रखिएगा. sin theta by theta is 0. I'm telling you somewhere. कोई बात नहीं. एक सेकेंड. Okay. I'm telling you the formula, but pay attention. Just a minute. बाद में बताऊंगा. एक चीज बाद में बताऊंगा, अभी नहीं बताऊंगा. वो नेक्स्ट क्लास में बता देंगे, अभी नहीं. अभी कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे, बहुत शॉर्ट में कर देंगे. लिमिट्स थीटा टेंडिंग टू 0, साइन थीटा डिवाइडेड बाय थीटा इज 1, और साइन इनवर्स एक्स अपॉन एक्स इज आल्सो 1, है ना? या एक्स अपॉन साइन इनवर्स इज आल्सो 1. और वी हैव अ फॉर्मूला लिमिट्स एक्स टेंडिंग टू 0, साइन इनवर्स एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय एक्स, दैट इज आल्सो 1. आई होप यू नो इट. ठीक है ना? मालूम है ना?
Yes, sir.
चलिए ठीक है. अब एक चीज होती है, साइन थीटा बाय थीटा जो यहाँ पे लिखा होता है, तो ये हमारे पास 1 होता है. बट इसमें एक चीज होती है, थीटा टेंडिंग टू 0, थीटा टेंडिंग टू पाई बाय 2, थीटा टेंडिंग टू पाई बाय 10 हो, थीटा टेंडिंग टू कुछ भी हो, इट डजंट मैटर. इट डजंट मैटर. It's not necessary that theta is tending to 0. No need for that. Basically, I want limits. I need sine of 0 and divided by 0. And both the 0 should be the same. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए 1 is 0, 1 is 0 square. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Both the 0 should be the same and theta tending to कुछ भी हो, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Clear? बात फॉलो कर लिया ना?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, बस यही करना है. So I will do this question. After that we will stop. हाँ, बंद कर देंगे. We have a question limits x tending to pi by 6. Sine of x minus pi by 6 divided by root 3 minus 2 of the cos x. हाँ, we have this question. हाँ, बताइए कैसे करा जाएगा? बहुत सिंपल है, बहुत इजी है. पहली बात तो अगर मैं एल हॉस्पिटल लगा दूंगा तो इमीडिएट आई विल गेट द आंसर. है एल हॉस्पिटल से बता दे रहा हूं, लेकिन करना नहीं, ज्यादा नहीं करिएगा, नुकसान करता है. लेकिन आई शुड टेल यू द मेथड्स. बताना भी जरूरी है. ये भी नहीं कर सकते कि एकदम ही ना बताए, ये नहीं करना है. समटाइम्स इट इज वेरी गुड. है सो आई एम डूइंग विद द एल हॉस्पिटल. ओके, जस्ट राइट लिमिट्स एक्सटेंडिंग टू पाई बाय 6. कुछ भी हो एक्सटेंडिंग टू, कोई बात नहीं, 0 by 0 का फॉर्म चाहिए. डिफरेंशिएट द न्यूमरेटर, दे आर गोइंग टू गेट cos of x minus pi by 6. Okay, differentiate the denominator, root 3 becomes 0, minus 2 times. If you differentiate cos x, you are getting minus of the sin x. So basically you have got plus sign. Now put x to be pi by 6. In the numerator you are getting cos of 0. Here you are getting 2 sin of pi by 6. So cos 0 is 1. Sin pi by 6 half. So my answer is 1. That is very short, very easy. ठीक है ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. But anyway, we have more method. देखो ये सब चीजें होती है ना, something very common. Okay, something very common in the whole mathematics. Trigonometry में जरूरत पड़ जाएगी, कहीं भी पड़ जाएगी, इंटीग्रेशन में भी पड़ सकती है, कोई भी चीज. We have a very good term. Okay, to me the term looks very good. We can simplify it very easily. And number of methods are there. बहुत तरीके से लिखा जा सकता है. But anyway, I am writing the question now. Limits x tending to pi by 6. We have sine of x minus pi by 6. Okay. I will tell you one more method. बाद में बताऊंगा. Divided by, in the whole trigonometry, the term root 3 or root 3 by 2 is very good. उनकी कुछ values होती हैं. So we have a term here, root 3. Okay, it's a very good term. Okay, I can take 2 common, it will become root 3 by 2. I'm showing you, I'm manipulating this term. I'm taking 2 common, I am left with root 3 by 2 minus cos x. Okay, I will take 2 outside. I can write 1 by 2, limits extending to pi by 6. In the numerator, I have a sine of x minus pi by 6. No problem. I can use half angle formula and anything, but don't worry. In the denominator, I am having root 3 by 2. I can write it to be sine pi by 3. Okay, I can write it sine pi by 3 minus cos x. So sine c minus cos d, we don't have any formula. So better we write it to be cos of pi by 6, cos 30. I can write root 3 by 2 as cos pi by 6 minus cos x. So then I can apply cos c minus cos d. Cos of pi by 6 minus cos x. That we can write. Just wait. I am not writing the numerator term. I will write it later on. Limits extending to pi by 6 is there. In the denominator, if I apply cos c minus cos d, that gives me 2 sin c plus d by 2. Pi by 6 plus x divided by 2. And sine of d minus c by 2. Sine of d minus c, that is x minus pi by 6 divided by 2. I got the angle, that is x minus pi by 6 by 2. In the numerator, I have the angle x minus pi by 6. So I am going to use half angle formula. Okay, in the numerator. I can write that is 2 sin a cos a, sin 2 is 2 sin a cos a, 2 sine half of the angle, that is x minus pi by 6 divided by 2. Cos half of the angle, that is x minus pi by 6 divided by 2, we can write. Now, when I put x to be pi by 6, this term is sine 0. Here is again sine 0. Both the terms are same. They are making problem. They got cancelled. Okay. So this term got cancelled. 2 also got cancelled. Now I'm going to put the values of x, that is pi by 6. Cos of x minus pi by 6 by 2, that will give me cos 0, that is 1. In the denominator, if I put x to be pi by 6, the pi by 6 plus pi by 6 divided by 2 will give me pi by 6. Sin pi by 6 is half. So my answer is 1. Is it clear? Jaldi boliye.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait. I'm going to change. I'm telling you one more method. देखो सारी चीजों की जरूरत पड़ती है. एक चीज बता देता हूँ. Limits is such a chapter. We should know each and every method. सारी चीजें मालूम चाहिए. Basic maths है. Basic manipulation है. We can use the methods anywhere in the mathematics. ठीक है? Just a minute. Okay. हमने कहा ना कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे होंगे जो कि पर्टिकुलर मेथड होगा. यहाँ पे तो मैनिपुलेट हो रहा है, हो जा रहा है. ठीक है, फॉर्मूला भी लग गया, एल हॉस्पिटल भी लग गया, दोनों छोटे हैं. लेकिन समटाइम्स राइट हैंड लिमिट और लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कुछ क्वेश्चन में राइट हैंड लेफ्ट हैंड करना ही पड़ता है, जरूरी हो जाता है. बट एनीवे, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक एक्स टू बी पाई बाय 6 प्लस एच. So I can write that is limits h tending to 0. I will have sine. If I put x to be pi by 6 plus h, I'm showing you pi by 6 plus h minus pi by 6. Pi by 6 will get cancelled. I will get a single sine h. Root 3 minus 2 times cos of pi by 6 plus h. Okay. So I have got limits h tending to 0. Pi by 6 got cancelled. I am getting sine h. In the denominator, I have got root 3 minus 2 times. I am applying cos a plus b formula, that is cos a cos b, cos pi by 6. Cos 30, that is root 3 by 2 cos h. Cos a cos b. Minus of the sin a sin b, sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2 and sin h. I got this term. Okay. Now pay attention. I am going to write something directly. I am getting limits h tending to 0. In the numerator, I have a sin h term. In the denominator, if I open the bracket, 2 will get cancelled, root 3 cos h. Root 3 I am taking common. So I am left with 1 minus cos h. After that, here 2 will get cancelled. I will get plus sine and sin h. Okay. I have got a term 1 minus cos h. That is a very important term in the whole trigonometry. We can use a half angle formula. I can write it to be 2 sine square h by 2. If I am using half angle formula, I am getting h by 2 terms. So I will use half angle formula here also, at all the places. आधी टर्म h में, आधी टर्म h by 2 में नहीं होनी चाहिए ना, सारी टर्म h में या h by 2 में. So I am just writing x tending to 0, 2 sine h by 2 into cos of h by 2 in the numerator. In the denominator, root 3 term is there. I can write that is 2 sine square of h by 2. After that, sin h, we can write 2 sine h by 2 cos h by 2. Okay. Now, sin h by 2, I can take common from the numerator and denominator both, and that will get cancelled, and 2 also will get cancelled. So I have got limits h tending to 0. I am showing you cos of h by 2, the term that is cos 0. H tending to 0, cos 0, that is 1. It is safe. We have the sine square h by 2. 1 sine h by 2 got cancelled. So I am left with sine of h by 2, one term. Here sine h by 2 is not there, cos of h by 2. Now I am going to put h to be 0, cos 0 is 1. So numerator is 1. Here sine h by 2, that is sine 0, that is 0, plus cos of 0, that is 1. So my answer is 1. Clear?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, वो सारे मेथड्स हैं, जो भी हो उससे करने हमें सबकी जरूरत पड़ेगी, बता दे रहा हूं मैं, सबकी जरूरत पड़ेगी. Sometime one method is easy in one problem, another method is easy in another problem, so we need to recognize the questions. किसमें कौन सा मेथड लगाएंगे, किससे जल्दी होगा, that we need to understand. ठीक है, अब गलत मेथड ले लेंगे तो कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व भी नहीं होगी, ये भी एक प्रॉब्लम है लिमिट्स में. हाँ, ठीक है. मल्टीप्लाइड एंड डिवाइड बाय x माइनस पाई बाय 6 नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प. हाँ, फायदा नहीं करेगा, कोई फायदा नहीं करेगा. साइन थीटा बाय थीटा 0 आ जाएगा, x माइनस पाई बाय 6 एक बचेगा. ठीक है, और नीचे वो टर्म रहेगी, वो कैंसिल नहीं होगी. ठीक है, साइन थीटा बाय थीटा तो बन जाएगा, लेकिन x माइनस पाई बाय 6 की टर्म आ जाएगी, वो दिक्कत कर जाएगी. ठीक है, सो ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज लॉग आउट, विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो. हाँ, कल प्रोसीड करेंगे, कल दूसरे आर्टिकल पे आ जाएंगे. ठीक है, नहीं अभी ट्रिग्नोमेट्री वाले क्वेश्चंस करना पड़ेंगे, उसमें ज्यादा क्वेश्चन होते हैं थोड़े से. एंड विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो. एम आई राइट?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, thanks. Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.